Hi guys, and we're back with our another read aloud, another chapter from our earthquake book, our Magic Treehouse book. We left off yesterday with Jack and Annie trying to help what they thought was the librarian save the books. They read in their own history book that the building that they were taking the books to ended up burning with the books in it, and the books would have stayed safe had they just kept them in the library. But they couldn't stop the driver, but they're on their way to possibly help someone else. So let's listen as we read chapter 6. So, chapter 6, Something to Lend. A woman in a blue bathrobe was sitting on a crumbling stone wall. She was sobbing into her handkerchief. If you don't know what sobbing means, it means crying. Two boys with dark hair sat next to the woman. The boys wore dusty, torn pajamas. They were both barefoot. The younger one was watching the older boy write on a rectangular piece of wood with a chunk of coal. Annie pulled Jack over to the family. "Hi, I'm Annie," she said. Oh, rectangular, just like our geometry lessons in math. The two boys looked up. "I'm Peter," said the youngest. "He's my brother Andrew, and she's our Aunt Mary." He pointed to his brother, then to the woman as he spoke. Aunt Mary tried to smile through her tears. "Forgive me," she said. "I'm a bit shaken up." So shaken up means upset, right? We are too, said Annie sympathetically. "The house caught fire," Peter said. "We escaped," said Andrew, "but we lost most of our things." "We've lost our shoes," said Peter. Jack and Annie looked at the boys' bare feet. They were cut and bleeding. Ouch! Look at that. They only are in their pajamas, and their feet are all cut up and they're bleeding. "Hey, my boots are just like boys' boots," Annie said. "One of you can wear them." "Take mine too," said Jack. He and Annie started unlacing their boots. "We can't just take your boots," said Andrew. "Then we'll lend them to you," said Jack. He and Annie handed their boots to the two boys. Thank you, said Aunt Mary. She started crying again. The two boys put their new boots on. Then Peter whispered something to Andrew. Andrew held out the pieces of wood to Jack and Annie. "Here's something we can lend you," he said. Jack and Annie read a poem the brothers had written on the piece of wood. So lend, of course, means they were going to have them borrow it, but they probably won't get them back, right? Here's the poem. "There is no water and still less soap. We have no city, but lots of hope." So there's a rhyming poem that they put in there. "Thanks," said Annie. "It's a great gift," said Jack. "We needed some hope." "It's the only thing we can lend you," said Andrew. "Lend?" said Annie. She looked at Jack. "Oh, wow, they just gave us the special writing. Something to lend." Jack smiled. They could go home now. So the whole time they thought they were looking for a book with writing on it, but they actually ended up getting a poem carved by some boys. "You should go to Golden Gate Park. That's what a reporter told us," he said to the boys and their aunt. "Is that where you're going?" asked Aunt Mary. She had stopped crying at last and looked stronger. "We have to go home to our parents," said Annie. "Will you be safe?" asked the aunt. "Yes, once we're home, we'll be safe," said Jack. "Thanks for lending us your boots," said Peter. "You are good friends." "You're good friends," said Annie. "You've helped us more than you know," said Jack. "Be careful," said Aunt Mary. "We will," said Jack and Annie. They waved as their new friends headed off to the park. Jack sighed. "Ready?" he said. "Yeah," said Annie. "I guess we just go back the way we came." Jack looked down the street. Smoke billowed up from the bottom of the hill. "That might not be as easy as it sounds," he said. And that's the end of chapter 6. So, they've gotten the writing that they were on a mission to acquire or get, but now they have to go back to their treehouse so that they can return back home. But now the city has got all kinds of chaos with the fire and the earthquake, so it might be a challenge for them. So as we read next time, let's see how they overcome the challenge of getting back to the treehouse. All right, guys. Hope you guys are enjoying this story. Hope you're having a great day, and we'll see you next time. Bye-bye.